Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is Dr. Joyce Christine Bailey Lewis talking to you again on my YouTube channel and to talk about life, the past, the present, and the future. Today I want to start with the present. President-elect Biden just elected a young man we call Mayor Pete to be the Transportation Secretary. I want to give a message to both Biden and Buttigieg about the things that they need to be aware of when they go to do our roads, our bridges, our railroad tracks, work on preparing for electric cars, and all of the things that will come under transportation for the whole nation. Back in the day, and I remember this very well, when we were all having difficulty similar to what we're having now, but for different reasons. We were in the Depression. And a depression where nobody had any money and everybody was hungry, white, blacks, and everybody was suffering. And President Roosevelt came along with the New Deal. I was 3 when I remember our roads being repaired or made into roads, because up until then they were just wagon ruts. Now you say I shouldn't remember at 3. I started remembering when I was 9 months old. So by 3, I knew just about everything I know now. Other than information, I knew how to learn, how to be aware, and what to make of everything. And I noticed that the people who got the jobs and who were given an opportunity to make a living, different from what they had been doing when they were hungry, were all white men. We lived on a road, right on the big road that they were repairing or making into a road, and we had a well in our front yard. These men would stop every day and ask us if they could get water from the well. And they did. And I never saw a black man in the crowd. Now, we were hungrier than most, but I never saw a black man with a job. In fact, we were sharecroppers, and the landowner, white landowners, all went somewhere and got the powers that be to keep us on the farm, not even to go to war sometimes when they were needed as soldiers, but to stay on the farm to make money for the white landowners. We didn't have money. We didn't even have flour. We didn't have anything. And we were not part of the plan. And that's why I want to tell the President and the Secretary of Transportation, make us part of the plan. Now, later in years after that, it was decided that you couldn't get a big contract unless you made black people and other what they called minorities in those days. We're getting to be majority now. But asking everybody who got a bid for work had to have black people in it. And that was really nice. And we thought, okay, now we're going to get to participate. When we didn't get to participate under the New Deal, we're going to get to participate now. But you know what happened? The same people who've been getting the contracts before went out and found some ne'er-do-well black person who didn't have the skills, didn't know what was going on, and didn't have a clue as to how the business was run. And they had him sign everything, put his name on everything, and that's how they got the contracts. They made the money. Of course, they wined and dined the black person. And I know one they sent off to Florida, and he laid on the beach, never laid on the beach before. But they did all kinds of things for him that kept him available to sign the paperwork every time they needed a signature. And when the chips were down, when things fell apart, what did they do? They put the black man up front. Who went to jail for 30 years? Kwame in Michigan. My nephew didn't go to jail, but he lost everything. Now, don't be fooled by the people who get the contracts. Some of them are not even American citizens. They're foreigners who come in and know the rules and get black people to front for them. So pay attention this time around that the people who get the contracts are truly who they say they are. Let everybody get jobs. Black, white, Hispanic, everybody get jobs. But don't be fooled into making it possible for people who are not eligible for the contracts to get all of the contracts. And when the chips are down, as again I say, as in Detroit, Michigan, who went to jail? Kwame went to prison for 30 years. And the man who got all of the money, they know who he is. They told him to resign and go home. And he was never sent to prison. Kwame is broke. His wife is broke. And he's in jail for 30 years. That's what happened to us. Pete Buttigieg, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, pay attention and don't let that happen to us again. Because we need money. We need to pull ourselves up where we can send our children to college and have a nice home and drive a nice car and live successfully. We need to do that too. And if we have the skills, then let us do it. Pay attention and listen to somebody who knows what they're talking about. And in the end, we'll all survive. God bless you, keep you. And I want you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, because I'm talking to you about life. And you can go to my podcast and look for Daily Spark with Dr. Angela and find the link to my interview on my ancestral voices and listen to me relate issues from the past, the present, and the future to provide answers for today's living. Also, you can purchase my novel, My Ancestral Voices, on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, Google Play, and Apple iTunes. Spread the word that I'm trying to do a service to mankind. Thank you.